Hi and welcome everyone. Lisa here for Honeybee Stamps. Thanks for taking the time to join me. So today I'm sharing a shaker card with you. I'm going to be using the Snow Buddy stamp set along with the Snow Globe A2 shaker die set. I've done some die cutting off screen and I'll be using a few other products towards the end of the video, and I'll talk about those once we get to them. So here I've did the die cutting. This is the back to my shaker, and I also used it to cut out my acetate. Now this creates the top part of our shaker, and that's the window. So I cut two pieces of this out, and I'm going to sandwich a piece of acetate in there. Now you can just do one layer of this and then glue your acetate to it if you want. That's completely up to you. Also, when you use that window piece, you can use the inner part to stamp and color your scene onto, and that's what I'm going to do. So I have Copic Express Blended Cardstock. I'm stamping one of those cute little snowmen from the Snow Buddy stamp set. And I'm going to create a mask here with Post-it paper, do some quick fussy cutting with this. And then I'm going to use dye inks to go ahead and blend my night sky directly onto my panel. And the reason I'm using my dye inks is because I want to use my alcohol markers. And I won't have to worry about messing those up if I happen to bump something or go outside the lines. It happens. So I used nautical blue and I came in with some tuxedo black. And then I'm going to blend all of it out again with the nautical blue. And then just go ahead and place that back in the MISTI so we can stamp his hat, his arms, and a scarf. Now you'll notice I didn't mask off his hat because I'm going to color it black, so it's no big deal. But if you want to color his hat a different color, you're going to want to mask that off. So I'm going to go ahead and do some basic coloring with the little bit of coloring I need to do. It's just real simple. So I used 110 on his hat along with R59 on the band. For his little snow body, I used BG10 and BG000. For his scarf, N9, R59, and R29. Now I'm coming in with a shimmer pen and just adding some shimmer to the snow portion of him. I'm going to come in with a gold jelly roll pen and add some tiny little dots to the ornaments hanging off of his hand. That's pretty much going to finish up the coloring. Like I said, it's real simple. Oh, don't let me forget his little carrot nose. I did use YR 09, 07, and 04. Now I'm coming in to create some white splatter with the cartoonist pen, and I'm going to add some details to the top of his hat and to the brim of his hat with that pen as well. Then I'm going to start to assemble my card. So this is the window piece left from die cutting the Copic Express Blended Cardstock. So I'm using that to guide me where to apply my glue, so I can go ahead and glue him to the back piece of our shaker. Now this is going to let me build my shaker from that back panel up. So I'm laying down 2 layers of foam strips. These are 1/8 of an inch thick. They're perfect for this shaker. Once I have these laid down, I'll go ahead and lay some across the bottom part as well, making sure all the pieces of the foam are touching so that nothing flies out when the recipient gets it and gives it a good shake. Once we have our foam pieces put down, we'll go ahead and assemble the top part of our shaker card. So we're using the honeybee glue, added the glue to one layer, laid the acetate down, put more glue down, and then sandwiched that piece of acetate. And like I said earlier, you could totally skip one of those layers if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. So here I've come in and I've added my sequins, and if I do a shaker card, I'm going to do a shaker card. So I go heavy on the sequins. You can do more or less. It's completely up to you. I'm going to carefully remove the backing off of my mounting foam. And then we'll go ahead, bring in our acetate window and cover up our card. And our shaker portion is done. However, I wanted to dress him up. This is what I like doing. I like the details. I always think everything is in the details. So I actually pulled out the Merry Lights stamp set. I stamped it with that same nautical blue ink, and I'm going to color all the little lights on it with R29. And I'm even going to come in with my white gel pen and add a little detail to each of those lights. I also went ahead and cut a fence. Now this fence is from the Horizon Slimline Borders fence. And I just cut it and then snipped off what I would need to go on my card. So I have the bottom part of the snow globe A2 shaker here, and I used my foam strips to adhere the fence to the bottom part of the shaker, and then adding mounting foam to all of it. Here you can see I finished it off with the Joy honey cut. I used the shadow and then of course the word. The shadow I cut out in navy, the word in red, and then I stamped to the world using my VersaFine Clair Twilight ink. And that's pretty much going to wrap us up on this video. I really do appreciate you guys joining me. For more information on the products I used, you can head over to the Honeybee Stamps website. Until next time, take care.